Hello everybody, it's June Angel Pews, very late at night again, but with video number 5. I don't think I've ever done a series like this. Oh, there we go. Not that late, 12 midnight. Now if you listen to these chimes, it doesn't go 12 or 1 or 0. I think it'll go something like number 5. Let's have a listen when it comes to it. Tremendous amount of people have... Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3... 3. So it's 3 o'clock according to that. It needs changing. I can change it, but I don't want to take it off the wall because I could drop it. And I don't want that to happen. I dropped a beautiful... cuckoo clock I used to have, and people said how they liked that as well. You know, if I was on the phone to anybody, it would go off. It was a genuine Switzerland, I believe, German, sorry, not Switzerland, cuckoo clock, and it had the little dancers that went round in a circle. It was gorgeous, and I had some decorating done, went to put it back up. No, sorry, I'm telling a lie. I had the decorating done, put it back up, and it wouldn't work. So I took it to a watch and clock repairer, maker, and they're very few and far between now in this country. This is flashing on me now, so I don't know how long this will last. So I took it down to this person in the town centre in Coventry. He mended it, but it cost me about, and it was a good few years ago, it must have been about 8 years ago, cost me nearly £80, I think, which was a lot of money. But it was special to me, because when I retired as a magistrate back in 2000, I think it was, I was given that. So it's very special to me. That said, went to put it back up again, dropped it, smashed it to smithereens. So I was very disappointed. So I'd spent a lot of money on it and I dropped it and ruined it. So I put the whole thing on eBay and said it was parts only because I'd smashed it. And a gentleman bought it off me for about £60, I think. And within 2 days he rang me up to say he'd repaired it completely and it was going beautifully. I could have cried. But never mind, there you go. So anyway, this other one now, it isn't a cuckoo clock, it's a chiming one, as you know. And it chimes the Westminster, Ave Maria, and another one. And I can never remember what the other one is. But this one I won't take off myself, I'll get somebody to do it. I'm very short, so I need somebody at that level. Anyway, enough about odds and bobs. Starting the video off tonight with a little postcard that I got from eBay. I was attracted to it because it comes from Coventry. It was sent in 1928, I think it was, from an address in Coventry. I won't show you the back because it may still be, well, it will be somebody's address, but, so I don't want to do that. These little hands I'm mad on hands. Hands and heads I used to be particularly had a love for. But hands, definitely. And these are, you know, from the Santos dolls, because I collect them after a fashion. I don't really collect them. I got one because I saw Janet. Hi Janet! Oh, she's got a gorgeous one. Janet's, here we go, I can't remember the name of her channel. Nana JL 154, I think. And I don't know which video. Or did she do a video? She might not have done a video, she might have showed it me on Skype. But it's a gorgeous one. So I got a very reasonable one at somewhere like TJ Maxx or something like that. And since then I've got 2 heads, which I've shown the girls, the Skype girls. I've had these for ages. These are the hands of a Santos doll or figurine, and they're genuine, so I would suspect these come off a image of the Christ child, perhaps from a nativity set, you know, one of these lifelike ones. I don't know. This one I got from eBay, I believe, and it wasn't till months later, it's lovely, I realised I was duped, I was done, and it was my own blooming fault. They're genuine again, but look, same blooming hands, and I thought they were a pair. But there you are, it was done for a reason, wasn't it? So that's those, okay? Right, so we've got another banner to show you. I'm going to share, oh, I'll tell you what I'll do first before I forget. Do you remember I showed you the laces I'd done with the pomegranate, and I couldn't find the dried pomegranate to show you what I'd done with it. Also, I had a couple of requests saying they weren't able to look at that particular video, and I had the same trouble, but I can see it now, admittedly, for a little while. So I said I'd just briefly, and it will be briefly, show you these laces, crochet pieces that, and I'll just show you in the bag because it'll mean, what I did, I opened a pomegranate to eat it because I love pomegranates, and I I cut it in half, and I was going to bash it, which is what I found out you can do over a bowl or something. It's much better to get all the seeds out that way. Anyway, I opened it up, long story short, and it was off. Oh, I wasn't very impressed. I thought, I'm not going to chuck it away, because it was this deep red colour. I've never seen anything like it. So I put it in my boiling, dyeing pan, and boiled it up, the whole lot, and popped in some crochet and some laces. Now I came back with a beautiful pink colour on several of them. Some came out sort of patchy, if you like, and a bit random, a bit space-dyed. Some came out sort of like that. So that I was pleased with those. I thought they were great. Then when I dipped them for the second time, I think I must have left it to go cold, this solution. I dropped in some more, and you can see, I hope you can see, that's a bit of random, but it's very, very tan coloured, I would say. So it went from pinky red to tan, and I know, as I said on the last video, that it looks green on here, and I hope it won't come out green on your video. But it's just different, and I love experimenting, you know, ever since Neri, hi Neri, via a friend of hers, or another YouTuber, got us onto avocado dyeing. Excuse me. I'm hooked. Everything that I look at, I dye. So there you go. So there are those. I said I would show briefly again. And what I said I did with the the skins was turn them inside out. Look at that texture. Isn't that fabulous? Cool, I love it. turned it inside out, got and scraped all the gudgeons out with a spoon, and went to turn it inside out to make a flower out of it. Now that looks okay halfway, but then you can see I tore it because it was very fragile. So that wasn't much of a success. But looking at it just like that reminds me of a poppy. As I say, I love this. Just love it. I'll do something with it, even if I break up the pieces, because it's very brittle now. I break up the pieces and use it on something, a collage or great stuff. But then the other side was great. Here we go again with that super texture. Here's the heel, and then ba-bam. How's that then? Now when I first came on YouTube, I can't remember who it was, couldn't tell you, but somebody did a very quick giveaway challenge. She said, tell me what this, because she'd done more too than the plain pomegranate, she'd embellished it slightly, and she said, tell me what this flower is made from. And I nearly got it, but not quite, before somebody else did. So yeah, that's a pomegranate, and I think it's brilliant. So I shall be embellishing that, and that will go, it'll stay with me for a while. All my little bits and pieces stay with me for a while, and then they go to somebody else. Or I sell them, I give them away, you know, to somebody who wants them, or a charity shop or something or other. Not particularly talking about pomegranates, I'm talking about everything now. Okay, right, that's it. That's pomegranate story, over and done with now. Okay, now here we go on to this beautiful banner, and this is from Jane. Now I haven't even had time to get in contact with Jane, because this just came today. Jane's Altar Junkie on YouTube, and as I say, I haven't even got in touch with her to thank her. What I normally do, as soon as I get them, you know, I say they've arrived, because I'd like to know they're safe and sound, and thank them obviously very much for them. But this time, you know, I decided, because it was quite late when I got it, the post was very late today, I'd hang on to it until I did this video for you. And it was a joy making this for you, and I hope you enjoy it in years to come. I certainly will, Jane. I'm sorry I couldn't include some goodies for you, since it would make the package heavier and the cost would rise. Enjoy and thank again. Thanks again. Love and hugs, Jane. That's brilliant. Thanks, Jane. But honestly, I mean, I know it's over now, so it doesn't apply, but I did get some goodies from some people, but honestly, it was not part of the challenge, you know, and none of it was expected at all, because it does put the price up, you know, when you start including goodies with these things. So thank you very much for the people who did send me extra goodies. You know, that's absolutely wonderful. But to the ones who didn't, please, 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 please do not feel bad about it. There's absolutely no need. Right, so here we go. Now this is it, and this is gorgeous. Right, let's start at the top right hand side. So we've got that beautiful, I've got this, but without the top bit of that lace. It's just a tiny, tiny daisy, and I think it's exquisite. I really do. It's barely, it's not half an inch. So you can imagine without that top line there, just on its own, how tiny that is. But I love this. I've gone mad on tiny laces. Well, they were like the broad ones as well. Gorgeous paper flower. Lovely. Then we come to this lace on the top, and this looks as though it's been constructed, I may be wrong, by name has left me again, Jane. Let's assume she constructed this herself for a moment, because I haven't seen this before, so if she didn't, fair enough. But she's put the tulle underneath, and it's the pleated one by the looks of it, and then this gathered silk piece on the top, and then on the top of that she's got gorgeous little flowers, pearls, the green half-back pearls, sorry, and then the little round pearls all the way along. I just think that's beautiful, because in one of the swaps I did, we were asked to make a trim, a 12-inch trim we had to make. I think it was 12. And we came up with this sort of thing, or surprisingly, there was a few of us sort of came up with the same type of thing. But of course, if it was made like that, that's brilliant. Either way, I love it. So effective. And then on the side is this lovely, lovely lace. Very, there's a name for it, isn't there? Gupta. I think that's a fish. No, that's a guppy. What am I like, honestly? It's not Gupta, is it? But I'll say that because I don't know how to pronounce it. But it's gorgeous, whatever. And then there's the double pearls there, the trim. Then the base is this gorgeous tulle effect lace with a flower. That's the background. Look at this, just look. It's a flower completely made of, it looks vintage to me. You know, it reminds me seeing those beads, very vintage style anyway, if not vintage, it's the vintage style. Those tiny beads with the sequins, they're iridescent, absolutely gorgeous. And this little centre bit here, and it's got the stem and the leaves. Isn't it lovely? Oh, what can you say about this image? It's got to be fabulous, hasn't it? Young girl writing a letter. Makes me wonder, is she writing to a boyfriend and saying, you know, we've got to part our ways? She looks worn out, doesn't she, with it all? Hand on her head there. Or it might be a love letter, might be the opposite. Trust me to think of the negative. Lovely flowers there, look. Gorgeous. Little postcard there. And this is, it feels like the actual photograph she's used, which is very original. I like that. And there's trim again. Lovely. And then we're back over to that lace. Another flower different to the one on the other side. Lovely. And then we come down to this, and this is very, very nice. So you've got the spray of, I've just got some of these from Wild Orchid Craft. It hasn't got those beads on, it's just those. And I can't remember what they're called. So that's not very helpful, is it? But I'm sure Jane did do a video on this, I'm sure she did. And I'm sure she'll tell you if she knows. Super stick pin. Lovely colours, spaces. And then look, memories. See, that's what she might be writing. She might be writing her journal. Her diary in those days it would have been, wouldn't it? Just thinking about everything that had happened and going to happen perhaps. And then we're on to that gorgeous bow, tying those, that little, what's the other word? Not bouquet, posy. It isn't a bow, what's the matter with me? It's a butterfly. June, acting thick tonight. Not acting it, I am a bit. And there's the antennae, look. Gorgeous that is. Look at the beads on that. Can you see? Does it focus? Oh, I love this. There's my bling. Now that was off in the box, so I've put it there. I just hope I've put it in the right place, because, oh no, it's all right. I think I've put it in the right place. It looks right to me. And then the whole thing ends with this gorgeous tassel of seam binding with flowers on it, various pieces of lace. I love this. You know that dress form made out of the polystyrene ball that, who sent me, please remind me? What am I like? Can't remember, I'm afraid. And she did them all different lengths, and it looks so effective. They look like cobwebs almost. Some bead trim there. Lovely. Let me just show you before I go the card that this came with and the envelope. There's the envelope. Isn't it lovely? They do some beautiful things now, don't they? Gorgeous. Sorry about that. Oh, more glare. Sorry. Isn't that lovely? I'm mad on flourishes. I was just emailing someone, and I said from one flourish to another, because she loves flourishes. Look at those butterflies. And then she's just embellished the whole thing with a gorgeous flower. Just the same as that one. Isn't that lovely? Thank you so much, Jane. I really am very, very grateful. Would you do me a favour in case I forget to PM you? The envelope came, everything was absolutely fine, but the address was rubbed off, you know, to perhaps got wet, I don't know. So I've only got half of your address. I'd like it in total, please, because what I'm hoping to do, I wasn't going to say anything in case I don't have time or I'm not well enough to do it, but I'll say, I'm sure you'll understand if it doesn't happen, but I will try my bestest. After Christmas, I'm going to, for everybody that sent in a banner, a tassel, or just a goodie bag, because I've got one or two things that I'll show you when the banners are finished, that I got from people who just sent me them, you know, just as a random act of kindness, and they're the sort